Hey, what's going on, Card Pack? Today we're going to go over the top 10 football cards that sold the most over the last week. So that's really important to look at because, the cards that are having the most number of sales really give us a strong piece of information to let us know what's going on in the market, where the demand really is. There's some good ones on here. We'll hop into that in a second. Got a few reminders for you. First of all, the audios from these videos, they are published on the podcast. The link for the podcast is in the description. And to the Card Pack newsletter, it's free. Any buys that I have from this video, cards that I feel are buys, I'll email those out to the Card Pack newsletter about an hour before I publish this video. Maybe even more than an hour before, depending on when I'm shooting the video. And of course, join the Sports Card Society. This is almost every day I send my sports card investment pick of the day, and I send it out in a video format. It's actually in a membership area. The video is usually about 5 minutes long. I show the card. I show all the data and research as to why I think this is a good buy and what I plan on doing with it. Is a short-term flip, long-term hold, stuff like that. And you also get access to the private Discord, which I think is I would argue is one of the best Discords in all of sports card investing because the people in it are fantastic. They're smart. They're active. It's an excellent community. Here's some previous sports card picks of the day. Kyler Murray, we're getting him in February for around 200 some bucks. Here he is going for upwards of 400 in March. Chipper Jones in January for 70. Here he is going for 225 in March. Kobe getting him for around 180 in January. Here he is going for 600 in March. Here's LeBron going for 175 in January. Here he is going for 645. In February. So a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of other good picks to show too. I just had to pick some. So anyways, links for everything in the description, including the Sports Card Society, of course. And if you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed yet, come on, man, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and please, for the love of all that's holy, tap that like button. All right, let's dive in. We're here in the Market Movers tool. I went to sales volume by card, pulled up football in the grade PSA 10. The reason I look at the PSA 10 is because the entire market bases itself off of what the PSA 10 goes for. The PSA 9 usually goes for, very roughly speaking, about 3.5. The 10 usually goes for about, what am I trying to say? The 9 usually goes for about 1/3 roughly of the 10. The BGS 9.5 usually goes for about half of the PSA 10, stuff like that. So it's important to look at this because this is where the market starts. So here we are. Number one on the list is Josh Allen, his 2018 Donruss base, pop count of 1139, 31 sales on the week, down about 3%. Let's take a look at his chart. Pulling on up. And by the way, I apologize in advance if the audio isn't good. I'm not in my studio. I'm visiting family, so I'm just using the internal microphone on my computer. So I hope this turns out all right. If not, don't curse me. Leave a nice supportive comment. I'm still pumping these things out every day. I'm visiting family I haven't seen in a long time, and I'm still making these things, putting these out. As much as I really just kind of want to go on vacation, but sports cards, they change every day, and you guys, Card Pack, you guys want it all the time, so I keep making them. Anyways, this card started the week at 276 bucks, had a high sale of 278, went down to 260, and the latest sale of 268. Let's pull this chart back some. Let's pull back like 60 days. Pop count of only 1139. If you don't know what that means this card in the grade PSA 10, there are 1,139 of them in existence. You can have pop count on a PSA 9, you have a pop count on a BGS 9.5, a PSA 8, an SGC 10, all that stuff. But we're looking at 10s, so PSA 10, so pop count is 1139. This card 60 days ago looks like it was around 250 bucks, so it hasn't went up a ton. 268, and that makes sense because football doesn't go crazy this time of year, and Josh Allen hasn't had anything in the media to really bring attention to him. So this card is slightly staying steady / slightly going up. And again, I say it. I've been saying it every time I make a football video for you guys. I tell you this is the time of year to buy football. This is the time of year to buy football because as we get closer and closer to the season, this stuff really starts to go up. And Josh Allen is one of my favorites in terms of where his cards are going to go before the season starts, because look how far he got. He got to the AFC Championship game and damn near beat the Chiefs. So he's going to be a very hyped player. The Bills are going to be very hyped. They're a good team, and he's a really good quarterback. He was in the MVP discussion. He was really an MVP finalist last year, but it was hard to beat Aaron Rodgers because he was just so good. But Josh Allen really had a breakout year, and for a quarterback, that's pretty damn special. So let's go to eBay and see what's going on here. I don't know if I really care what it's selling for as long as it's not crazy. I'm a buy on this. This is a card that I've recommended to the Sports Card Society weeks ago. We've been buying these things up because I totally see this card. Where's the 10? Give me a freaking 10 here, guys. Come on. Buy it now. That's what I got to do. How about you? 275. I'm in. 300. I'm in. Anything under 300, I'm in. Because I see this card going well over 500 by the time the season rolls around. I'll put a link in the description to this Josh Allen card. You know, it's Donruss. Sure, it's a paper card, but the pop count's only 1139. And with PSA doing what it's done, you know, if you haven't heard, PSA basically shut down its grading service for everything but the top 2 levels. So it costs you $300 minimum to get a card graded at PSA right now. And I don't know when that's going to change. They put something about July 21st on their website, opening up some services, but we'll see, you know. So this pop count, I don't see it changing a ton. And for Donruss, like, that's kind of crazy. I'm sure there's a number of them in PSA right now, but again, I don't see this going crazy. So I think there'll be a premium on a guy like this with a pop count like this. Again, this is a card weeks ago I recommended to the Sports Card Society. And we will be selling it, you know, later on because it's going to go up as we get closer to the season. I mean, the draft is this month because now it's April 1st when I'm recording this. The draft is this month. It's like it's April 29th. That's the draft. That's the first day of the draft. So get them while you can, boys and girls. Number 2 on the list, Kyler Murray, his 2019 Donruss pop count of 2819. 25 sales on the week, up about 8%. Another card I've recommended to the Sports Card Society weeks ago. I've bought a ton of these. The Sports Card Society members have bought a bunch. And I'm going to continue buying this. Let's wait for the chart to pull up here. By the way, this is the market movers tool that I'm using here. Most important thing I use in sports card investing. I say it every single video. I'm not going to stop saying it because it's the truth. And if you don't have this, what are you doing? You cannot, I don't see how you could possibly be successful in sports card investing without this tool. And I'm not just saying that. Oh, but I make some money buying cards. Yeah, you know what? You're missing out on a lot of money by not having this. And you're making a lot of mistakes, I guarantee it. So I'll put a link for this Market Movers tool in the description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month of your first year. Good looking card. I have a lot of these. Started the week at 154, had a high sale 179. Looks like the latest sale was about 175. I was buying this. I was snapping this card up at 99 bucks a month and a half ago. And when I recommended it to the society, I think it was barely over 100. Look at this chart. This is the 60-day chart on this card. Are you kidding? Which also makes you wonder, why didn't Josh Allen's chart look like this? Lower pop count. Same thing over 60 days. Why hasn't it? I don't know. But it will, in my opinion. Doesn't make any sense. So I'm buy on that. What's that, Justin? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. You're buy too? All right. Now, this card was 108 bucks at the end of January. Told you I was buying it for like 99 bucks. Here it is at 175. So a nice 61% gain over the last 60 days. That's pretty crappy, right? I mean, that's pretty crappy. I mean, when you could go put money in like a 401k and get like 5-10% a year, I mean, why would you want 60% in 60 days? I mean, that's just crazy. I know, a little tongue-in-cheek there probably pisses some of you off that I say that, but that's the truth. Like, I get messages from people talking about how, oh, I just don't have money for sports card investing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? If you put $100 in something and 60 days later it's 175, how do you not have money for that? What do you? This is a big confusion we have with money management in the world, but I can speak for America, I think, pretty clearly. We have our money twisted in our heads of what to do with it. We're so focused on paying bills that all we think about is paying bills, and we don't think about creating wealth for ourselves. We don't think about making our money really, really work for ourselves, really getting ourselves out of the rat race. And when you have thoughts like, oh, I don't have money for sports card investing, you mean you don't have money to make more money with? You don't want to make more money? Some of you are probably disagreeing with me. That's fine. Leave a comment. But I stand firm with my position. I mean, in what world? Listen, by the way, I knew this card was going to go up and it's going to continue to go up. How did I know that? The delta factor, right? It's a course I put together. It's my method for finding undervalued sports cards. There's a link for it in the description. I go through all the different analysis that I do when buying cards, and it's very valuable. And there's a couple bonuses with it too. You get a free month of the Sports Card Society and get a whole year access to the private Discord. Delta Factor, it's about 7-8 videos, about 3-4 hours of content. I go through how to read all this data and stuff like that, and how I find undervalued cards that are going to go up. It's not just completely about looking at a chart. It's also about knowing about a player. And Kyler Murray, if you watch football at all, Kyler Murray's good. He had a breakout year. He was even really good as a rookie. He was Rookie of the Year. And then he just stepped it up the year after that. Guess what he's going to do this year? Step it up again. He's got DeAndre Hopkins, all this stuff. Plus the data shows, it's just, get the Delta Factor. Even if you're a seasoned vet, get the Delta Factor. Link for it's in the description. But I knew this was going to go up. I can't tell you exactly the rate, but I knew this was when I recommended it to the Sports Card Society. I said, buy it now. I don't really care what the price is. Don't try to get the cheapest. Just pay a few bucks extra if you need to. Whatever, get the card because it doesn't matter. Just get it. Because if you wait a week or two, you're going to be like, oh, wish I would have got it for like $10 cheaper than it is today. Yeah, no shit. And so here it is, up from $100 to $175 in 60 days. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I should probably have this in my intro when I show you guys why to join the Sports Card Society. It's just like, once you figure this stuff out, in my opinion, once you figure this stuff out, you're just constantly turning money into more money. I mean, do you lose sometimes? Yeah. Because if Kyler Murray goes out tomorrow and gets in a car accident, and busts his legs, and they know he's not going to even play all season, his cards are going to go in the dump. That stuff happens. But that's diversification, man. So I have a lot of these, but it's not like this is the only damn card I have. He's not even the only player I have, rather. So I hope that makes sense. I mean, it's insane to me. We have money so we have money so backwards in our heads. It's like, would I rather buy this card or pay my cable bill? I'd rather buy this card than pay my cable bill. I'd rather not have cable. Now, internet, that's another story, because internet can make you money. Cable doesn't make you money. Sports card investing makes you money. Can make you money, for sure. And it's just like, what are you doing? All right, I'm not on a soapbox. Maybe I am on a soapbox, but really think about that. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Of course I'm a buy on this card. Are you kidding? This card's going to go over $300 by the time the season starts, is what I think. My opinion. But, you do your own research, you make your own decisions. But having cable instead of buying this card is not going to make you money. So I'll put a link in the description for that one. Next on the list, I'm going to have to speed this thing up. Daniel Jones, another guy I recommended at Sports Card Society. His 2019 Prism pop count of 1863. 23 sales on the week, down 1186. Guess what? I'm a buy on this one too. But Daniel Jones, he threw so many interceptions. I don't care. He's a starting quarterback. Saquon Barkley's coming back. They just signed Kenny Golladay. This is a card I recommended in my Sports Card Society a couple weeks ago, because especially when they got Golladay. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I recommended it. Anyway, so this card started the week at 208. Here it is at 199. Oh, but Matt, it went down. Dude, it went down this week. Yeah, chill out. I don't plan on selling this thing till like the preseason. Because as football hype gets hyped up, it's just a no-brainer. Look at this chart. 60 days ago, it was at 116. Here it is at 200. But over the last 7 days, it went down. I don't care. Pull up the market movers tool. Take a look. See what's going on here. Is there any reason you think this card's going to stop going up as people get more and more excited about the football season? The temperature on NFL right now is cold. It's chilly. There's not that much attention because we're in basketball. Baseball just started today. The temperature on football attention, NFL attention, and interest is going to get super hot as we get further along through the summer. Yeah, I'm a buy on this card. Are you kidding me? As a matter of fact, I'm only going to do a top 5 today. I've just changed my mind. I'm not even going to do a top 10. I'm just going to do a top 5 because there's just too much here. It's too good. Not that it's too good. I'm just saying, like, I'm going to overload you, and I don't want to overload you because all 5 of these top 5 guys I'm going to be buys on. In my opinion, you should go take a look at them. I don't want to give you 10 guys in deep analysis because I don't need to. Guess what? I'm a buy. If they're a quarterback in the NFL and they're going to be starting, I'm a buy, especially if they're young. I'm a buy. Okay. Next on the list, Justin Herbert. 21 sales on the week. And remember, I said this. Remember the sports card consultant said this. I'm not the only one saying it. Remember, this is what happens. This is the cycle because people don't have the patience. They want to buy a card and make 500% out of their money in a day. That you got to get your money right because that's a gambler. That's just a straight gambler. That's someone that wants a lotto scratch ticket. They want to pull they want to roll they want to go play craps. They want to just gamble. And they don't make money. Gamblers lose money. Gamblers lose money. I got a buddy who he bets on sports all the time. I never, ever, ever bet on sports. Ever. Actually, I do. You want to know how I bet on sports? Sports card investing. That's how I bet on sports because I can control that. And these are physical things that have inherent value. They're pieces of art in the sports history niche. That's what they are. Justin Herbert, 2020 Prism, pop count of 530. These pop counts, they're not going to change that much because of PSA raising its prices like it did. I mean, it raised its prices, sure, like a month ago, but now it's really like said, hey, yeah, we only want the most super duper premium cards right now because we're trying to catch up and organize our business. And we are the premium, and we're going to keep ourselves the premium. So you get a Justin Herbert, Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, PSA 10. Man, I think PSA cases are going to even gap themselves further from the rest of the market. You see a card in a PSA case, people are going to pay an extra premium for it if PSA keeps this up. Love it or hate it, doesn't matter. That's what's going to happen. 21 sales of this card on the week, down about 1%. Hey, guess what? I'm a buy. Do I care what the price is? No, I don't really care. I just don't care. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Whatever it is, was the latest sale on it. Latest sale was a little over $1,000. First sale of the week is $922. Latest sale is $1,000. I don't care. I do not care. I don't care. $1,000 sounds good. That card's probably going to be $2,500. That card's going to be $2,000 to $4,000 by the time football rolls around. I think it's going to be somewhere around 3 to 4. I'm just saying 2 to be conservative, and it's been going down. But consultant, it's been going down. Excellent, fantastic, fan-effing-tastic, because it's not going to keep going down. Fantastic, please keep going down. I want to buy you even cheaper because there's no doubt in my mind. Come August, this card is $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Easy beans. Talk about someone that's going to have a massive amount of hype. Rookie of the year, best quarterback rookie season of all time, with a team that's really not that good. I think Anthony Lynn got fired, if I remember right. Their clock management was, if I say head scratching, that's an understatement. That is an understatement. Head scratching? No. Mind boggling. It was ridiculous. And then that's just one element. They just didn't have their stuff together, and Herbert still just put it all together. He's really good. Yeah, I'm a buy. Let's go to eBay. Again, I'm only going to do a top 5 now. I was going to do a top 10, but I realized there's just no point. I'll show you who the other 5 are, but I'm not going to do deep analysis because these 5 right here are Just, you don't need to look at anything else. This is enough for you to look at. In my opinion, just go get some stuff. $1,000 or best offer, deal. Give it to me for anything under $1,000. I'm so in. I'd way rather put my money in here than in a bank. You get what I'm saying? Because in a bank, what's going to happen to my money? In reality, because of inflation and the printing of money that's going on, it's going to lose value and buying power. Here, it's going to go to $2, $3, $4, maybe $5,000. My guess is somewhere around, if I had to pick a number, $3,000 to $3,500 by the time the preseason rolls around. So if I can just have the patience to park my money here for what's this, April? So May, June, July, 4 months. If I can just park my money for 4 months, 4.5 months, tell me I'll have my 1,000 will turn into 3,000. How many of these cards can I buy? That's my question. How many can I buy? Pop count of only 530. Sure, there's some in PSA getting graded right now. Some are going to come back. But this is going to be a relatively pretty low number, because even at this card being worth $1,000, am I going to pay $300 today to send it into PSA to get it graded? No, I'm not doing that. No. And nobody's going to do that. Almost nobody's going to do that. Because if it comes back to PSA 9, that $300 it's just too much of a risk. When this card gets to $2,000-$3,000, then I'll spend $300 to send it in, because the 9 will probably still go for, if this 10 gets to 10 or 3,000, then the 9's probably going to be worth around 1,000. So then it's worth it to send a card in for $300. But right now, no one's sending this card into PSA unless they're nuts and they really don't understand math. But I'm a buy, absolutely. Number 5, Josh Jacobs, 2019 Prism, pop count of 573. 17 sales on the week, up 27%. Now, I don't know how much of a buy I am on this one, because I'd rather just buy a quarterback. It's going to be cheaper. Let's wait for the chart to pull up here. By the way, this market movers tool, seriously, what is going on here? Let's pull it up again. If I have to type in his name, I will. But you see how this is how I make money? This is how I visualize data in sports card investing. So here we are looking at Josh Jacobs. Started the week at 76, went up to 95, latest sale by 85. Let's pull him back. 60 DS. Overall, this card's been ticking up slowly. 60 days ago it was $67. Latest sale of 85. That's a pretty good return. This is a more affordable option than a lot of quarterbacks. So I would be a buy on this. But me personally, I'm not buying this. But if you don't have the budget to buy these other quarterbacks, this is a better place than the bank to put your money, in my opinion. In my opinion, okay? Disclaimer, any decisions you make, they're up to you. The final decision is yours, and you're responsible for whatever happens, right? But I'm just sharing with you. I'm a guy making videos that does crap loads of sports card investing, sharing his opinions and presenting information to make a case for those opinions. But I can't guarantee the future. Josh Jacobs, he could go, a scandal of him like Deshaun Watson style could come out tomorrow, and guess what? His cards are going to tank. And instead of buy, we're going to be waving buy. Justin, get out of here. What's with his hair? God, in sync. Amazing. Not in an amazing way, but in an amazing way, if that makes any sense. So I'd be a buy on this. Let's go to eBay. Depending on your budget, if you have the budget, I'd buy quarterbacks, not running backs. Although I have bought some running backs for sure. $95. I'd just rather buy a quarterback. But with that being said, this card, good chance it gets to $200 by the time it's 200 plus by the time the season rolls around. The Raiders looked pretty good last year. Josh Jacobs looked pretty good. Apparently he's supposed to be getting an even bigger role, although they did sign Kenyon Drake, which is interesting. running back out of Arizona, but Kenyon Drake's not the player. Josh Jacobs is. He'll be a complimentary guy. But that's it. That's the top 5. I'll show you the other 5 people in just a second. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell, and please, for the love of all that is holy, hit that like button. And of course, check out the other links in the description: the podcast, the Card Pack newsletter, the Sports Card Society, and the Delta Factor. Go check them out. Links for everything in the description. Links for all these cards in the description. Now let's go over the next 5 people. Number 6, Barry Sanders. You can't really hate on that. It's Barry Sanders. He's an all-timer, right? I'd probably be a buy on that. I have to look closer at the chart. There's just not much football I'm selling. Why? It's at its bottom. Next, Joe Burrow. I think this is a fantastic one to possibly look at too. Deion Sanders, all-timer. Deshaun Watson, I don't know about buying that one right now. It seems like, he's got more ladies coming out against him than pimples on a teenager's face. It's amazing. There's more popping up every day. What's going to come of it, I don't know. But boy, his stuff's going down, and I'm not touching it right now. Although, with that being said, I don't know if I'm really selling it either. And number 10 on the list, Baker Mayfield, another guy I recommended to the society. But I'll put a link for everything in the description. But that's what I got for you. It's still football buying season. Don't miss out, in my opinion. I mean, make your own decisions, obviously, but don't miss out. Like, there are basically 3 times of the year where I do 80% of my sports card investing. And between January and April, I do a large portion of my sports card investing, and it's 80% in football in that time frame, because they're at their bottoms, and as the season comes closer, as long as you have the patience, they just tick up. And I have a good presentation I'm doing today for the Sports Card Society. So if you want to see that, join the society. Gonna have a good sports card pick today too, and links for everything in the description. That's what I got for you today, Card Pack. Thank you so much for watching. You're awesome as usual. Stay classy, and I'll see you tomorrow.